force I
This
have.
is a VOD of our first Radiance of Azshara
5,
kill, so
4,
I'll
3,
explain the fight and how we chose to deal with it. And I'll explain the mechanics as we go along. So the first thing that we chose to do for this fight was to split the raid into two different groups. So you can see I have a purple marker above my head, and there's also a purple verb marker right here. So I'm the leader of this group, and there's a leader on the other side of the room. And the reason for this being is what you'll see here soon, is that throughout the fight, tornadoes will spawn. And what we chose to do was just to outrun the tornadoes each time. So here you can see two arcane bombs go off. So what we have is just two arcane bombs go near the back, and we dispel them, and they could run back forward. If you don't dispel them in time, they'll get stuck in the bomb and die. And anytime tornadoes spawn, the group would just move counterclockwise, to where each group's on opposite sides of the room, but never close enough to kind of deal with each other's tornadoes, at least in most parts of the fight. So the kind of tricky thing to this fight is there's it's kind of soft DPS check, as well as a healing check. So just getting the raid healthy before the next Unshackled Power comes out, which is the raid-wide damage. So you're just kind of constantly moving counterclockwise, making sure everyone's healthy for the Unshackled Power. That's a majority of the fight. And we would hold pretty much every healing CD for once we get to the storms, which I'll explain. You'll see here pretty soon. So the next phase of the fight's about to start, and you'll see these arcane balls spawn. So anytime you break one of these balls, another tornado spawns. So what we did is we had a Demon Hunter in each group. Basically any high mobility class would go forward and break one of the balls to give the rest of the raided area to run through. Because if you don't break it quick enough, or when you break it, which you'll see here soon, the tornado will spawn, and you have to wait a second for it to kind of pad around. So in Mythic, there's two of these Tempests that spawn. So each group chooses a Tempest to go kill. And this is when the first healing seas come into play. So you can see we fucking broke 3 tornadoes here. Big mistake, but we made it through. So once you're in the storm, each time there's a knockback, so when we do this healing CD, so there's the big guy, which the tank kicks, and all these small adds. So these small adds are actually really important to kind of cleave down, but more importantly, you want to keep stuns on them, and you want to keep kicks for their chain lightning. Because if you don't kick them, the raid will be too unhealthy for the knockback mechanic. So once we're in the storm, what we told players to do this time, instead of moving back to get dispelled for bombs, you went left or you went right. And we had the ad tanked near the edge of the storm, so the rest of the raid could get knocked back into a safe spot and not into the storm, which does damage to you. So you see the knockback's coming. We knocked back. And this is when the first healing CD would come out from the raid. So 2 players go off to the side. Let's see, there's some casts going off. And knockbacks will come soon. So you want to split your DPS relatively evenly, because you want the ads to die at the same time, because during the storm the boss takes 99% reduced damage.
Someone's dead.
Chris is dead.
So we kill them up pretty much at the same time.
Science group, let's move right a little bit.
So I call for my group to move a little bit farther right to get away from the other group once the storm's done, so that way we can
Keep interacting, guys.
our tornado spawns on opposite sides.
Use personals.
So the key here is not to overreact to the raid being low, because all the damage is predictable, assuming you don't get hit by a tornado. So sometimes this will happen, which you just saw is you have to get 3 dispels on one side. And you really only want 4 healers, but we're lucky we have a couple of different shadow priests or priests that can dispel on each side. So you can just use a master spell for that. Once again, not overreact too much to the raid being low because you have plenty of time to use that health you for the next explosion.
Careful on the spawn, careful on the spawn. Alright. Just be careful here. Science is here.
This gets a little dangerous with the tornadoes. We're just waiting to see where the ads spawn. So
I'll link them for smart with your cat. Get cats up. I'm gonna stop the next one.
Aubrey in the next one.
I have 20 seconds.
We'll be fine.
Science says make sure we're kicking.
Save your him. If we get a third one for some reason, use it there, but save it. If we don't, save it for one of the explosions.
So you hear the call that save your CD for third one in case we get it. Really don't want to get a third storm.
We just killed.
Let's get locks up on our side. Omega.
So we lost the DPS on our side, but luckily we have a B-res. So you still want to,
Let's get healthy science inside. Make sure we still kick these small ads. Really
you still want to kill the small ads. Make sure you're interrupting their cast.
Stuck on pots.
Yep. So here's when the DPS check kind of comes in: is you want to kill the boss before the next storm cast.
Should I kill this side? And boss. Go third.
Do you think we're on time for a third intermission?
Start to spam, man.
We were really close.
I'd say yeah.
So the right before this, we end up getting a
There's no more
third
deaths.
set of storms, which is why we're kind of on the fence of if we're going to meet the timer or not.
Especially with execute. Yeah, we should be good.
I'm rolling back.
Alright. Big brain dodges in these tornadoes.
Yeah, 18 seconds.
Just keep pumping, boys. Pumping.
Just keep pumping, boss.
Can you just him this one?
Use everything.
Keep going.
Keep going, keep going. Shoot it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice guys.
Yeah. So that's the fight. Mechanically, it's pretty simple, shot-wise. I think the most important thing to keep in mind is just making sure you're kicking small ads. Make sure you have healing CD for each knockback when you're in the storm, and try to split your TPS evenly. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll link my stream in the bottom and the weak order package I use for the raid as well in the description.